So there's something, and I talked with Beth and Steve earlier. We very rarely see on screen a relationship between a queer character and a straight character where there is none of that weird tension of like, dude, like when it comes out, when they start to deal with that dynamic, it's very interesting that there's no panic on the part of Charles when he figures this out, and Edwin isn't as tragic as we've seen characters be before. How is that for you guys, getting to play something that so many queer viewers and straight viewers have? We have relationships and best friendships with people from the other side.
Right. I think the beauty of our show is when it comes to queerness and attraction and sexuality, what Steve and Beth and their team have so carefully but beautifully curated is this backdrop where labels don't really exist. So, referring to Jenny and Maxine, that storyline, Jenny just makes a comment in the third episode or so saying like, oh, it's just a bunch of spinsters with cats. And it's like, oh, cool. So she must be into girls. Cool. And it really sets the tone of how things should be. And I feel really, really, Neil Gaiman, he's always pushed the boundaries and when it comes to otherness. And I feel really, really proud to be part of a show that takes it one step further.
Jin, what about you getting to play that realization and also that acceptance?
I was going to say, I think it says a lot for Charles and Edwin's relationship because, he accepts it with open arms and, there's no weirdness after and there's no weirdness before really. And I think that is exactly how it should be.
That's the thing, it's a love story and they do love each other, and the show is really like an exploration of how that love manifests and what it looks like. And I don't think it's fully answered by the end, and I don't think it actually has to be.
I don't think it ever will be.
Yeah.
Cassius, when your character, I don't want to spoil anything, but when she's in a space where she really needs people to come through for her, we get to see that love kind of actualized, that they won't let her go. What was it like with you guys filming, all together? Did that form on set as well?
Yeah, I think so. And I think what's important for Crystal is she's wanted to find something to belong to and for someone to feel like people care about her and want her in this world and want her here, and that she means something to someone somewhere. And I think with the group that she's in, she definitely finds that. And I think it's through said moment that you're talking about, she definitely learns that these are people that she can trust and these are people that are here to stay, because I think for her, people have left.
We very rarely see an intimate friendship between a queer character and a straight character where neither of them are afraid to really be open with one another. What is that? Was that part of the draw of getting to take these characters and tell that story? Because it's a story that could work in any realm.
I mean, it was always our goal to tell the story of Edwin's discovery of his identity, and not just the discovery of his identity after 100 years of being dead, but 60 years of that spent in hell, but sort of also just recognizing that's a thing that you can be, because he comes from Edwardian Britain and it just wasn't an option in reality. And so that was going to be the story. And because Charles is the person that he is, of course, Edwin's going to fall in love with him. And of course, he's going to handle it very well. And so the important thing to me was Edwin developing the bravery to confess his feelings and Charles having the sort of confidence to accept those feelings and kind of be honest with his friend.